Hey, what up? It's Tim Allwell from tipsfromtim.com. Now, inside of this video, I'm going to give you a 30,000 foot overview of blogging and how it works, how you can use blogging to build a business on the internet. So after you watch this short video, you're going to understand how blogging works and how you can use it to build a business online, how to generate traffic, how to generate leads, and how those leads turn into sales for your business. Now, I learned this back in 2014. One of my mentors, Jaden Easton, he showed me this. We call it the blog flow visualized. And once I saw this diagram drawn out, blogging clicked and it made sense to me, and I understood how to use it and leverage it to build a business online, and it's very effective. I built my whole business through a blog, and I'm going to show you exactly what these steps are. So that's my intention, is after this you'll be able to understand exactly how blogging fits into the picture of making money online, so that you can walk away from this video and apply these actions immediately. So step one is, let me draw this oval here. So this is going to represent the search engines. Google is the biggest player out there, so that's why I focus on Google, but there's other search engines like Yahoo and Bing and AOL. But Google has the biggest index, so we want to focus on Google. Now, how Google works is, if you go to Google and you type in a search query, Google's going to go out there and they have millions of pages that are indexed, and they basically pull the top 10 results from their index and they give it to you, and they say, hey, here's the top 10 best results based on your search query, and you're able to choose which search result appeals to you most, and you'll click on it, it'll take you to a website, and you'll start reading the content because you probably have questions that you need answers for, you have concerns. That's why you're searching Google for answers. So what your goal is, or as a blogger, is you go out and you create content based on what your industry and your niche, what are the big problems in your niche? What are people having trouble with? What are they searching? What do they need answers to? And so you go out there and you do what's called keyword research. You identify what are the problems, the big problems in your niche. What are people struggling with? And you write blog posts about that. You create content. So this is going to be a blog post that answers the question. Let's for example, let's just say, let's use how to make money blogging as our example. So I would create a piece of content about how to make money blogging. Maybe I add in a video and I have 500 to 1,000 words explaining how to make money blogging. Now at the end of that blog post, I have what's called a call to action, or a CTA. Now that CTA is going to be driving people to what's called a squeeze page or a capture page. And this is basically a free offer that you're going to give away in exchange for someone's email address. So maybe at the end of this blog post, how to make money blogging, I say, hey, download my free 5-step blogging cheat sheet that goes more in depth on exactly how to do this. And someone's going to say, oh, you know what? I found this content very informative. I want that 5-step blogging cheat sheet. Let me click on this link. It takes them to this squeeze page where it says, hey, if you want my cheat sheet, go ahead and enter in your email address and I'll email it directly to your inbox. So they punch in their email on this step right here. I send it to them. Now I've captured a lead. They are a lead on my email list, which is your number one goal as a blogger, is to build your email list, because that's going to be your customer base that you can follow up with and promote your products and services. Now, sometimes people aren't always ready to give up their email address just after reading one blog post. So there's a few different things that can happen at this point. Is number one, they can go and read more of your content. So maybe they like this first piece, but they're not quite bought in. So they're going to read another piece of your blog post, and you're going to have a call to action here. Maybe they want to read another blog post, and you're going to have a call to action here. Now, eventually they might say, okay, I've read 3 blog posts. I really like this guy. I'm going to go to this squeeze page. I'm actually going to give him my email address because what I think what he has is valuable and I want to know more, okay? Or maybe they don't like your content and it didn't do a good enough job to answer their questions. They didn't get what they were searching for. So another option is they actually go back to Google and they go click on another search result on this page, on these 10 search results. They go somewhere else. That's an option. Now, from this squeeze page, what happens is they enter in their email address, and then you actually give them a follow-up email. So they go to their email inbox here. So EI for email inbox. And they actually go get that free cheat sheet or that free video course or that free ebook or whatever you're offering. They go to their email and they actually get that free offer. Okay. And then at the very end of this free offer, maybe it's a 5-page ebook, or it's maybe it's just a 10-minute video. At the end of this video, you have another call to action to buy your product or service. You say, hey, if you really want to go take this to the next step, I have a product or a service that I offer, and you drive them to here. This is going to be the sales page, all right? So the sales page, wherever they go and they actually purchase whatever you're offering, okay? Now, once again, not everyone is going to buy right away. They're not going to read your ebook or go through your cheat sheet or watch your video course and say, yep, you know what, that's all I need. I'm ready to make a purchase. And this is the beauty right here is once they punch in their email address on this step, on this squeeze page, they go in what's called our email autoresponder, okay? Now, an email autoresponder is basically where you compile. It's where all of your leads are kept so that you can email everybody at one time. So I use a service called Aweber, for example, to do this, is where all my leads are stored in Aweber. That way, whenever I create a new piece of content or I want to send an email to my list, giving them value or promoting a product or service, I can just type up an email and it sends out to everybody. You can't do this with a service like Gmail or Yahoo. It's just almost impossible. You have to email all your leads one at a time. So an email autoresponder is absolutely key to running your business on the internet. And what happens is you follow up with people. There's called email broadcasts, and that's where you type up an email and you send it like almost live. It's basically, hey, I woke up this morning at 8 o'clock. I typed up an email and I sent it to my email my email list this morning. That's what's called an email broadcast. But you also have what's called an email autoresponder, where it could be a series of 5 to 10, or sometimes more, sometimes less, automatic emails that you've pre-written that are scheduled to go out on a scheduled basis, maybe once a day or once every other day, so that it helps automate your time. That's the beauty of the internet, is that they have tools and softwares out here to help automate your business. But you do a mix of these. You combine broadcasts and email and your autoresponders to build trust and to build rapport and to give value to your email list, and you eventually convert these leads into sales. Because guys, it takes on average 7 or more follow-ups before someone will actually purchase this product or service that you're offering here. So you have to capture that email address so that you can follow up with your customers. Otherwise, you'll never be able to follow up with them. And since most people do not buy the very first time they are exposed to an offer, you're never going to be able to make any sales. So it's crucial that you're capturing and building an email list with your blog. That's why on my blog you see things like you have opt-in forms at the top. These are like banners. You have opt-in forms on the sidebar where people can opt in. You have in your actual blog post, you have little links and images that people can click to get your free offers. I call them honeypots, or they're called lead magnets as well. And that is the power of blogging, is once you capture this lead, you're able to follow up with your customers. On average, it takes about 7 touches or more to get someone to convert. But every day, it's the right time for somebody to buy on your list. You never know what day, who's ready to buy on what day. Some people might have to wait for that next paycheck, or maybe they just got done with a wedding, or they're going on vacation. But maybe they just got their paycheck and they're ready to buy. And if you didn't send them an email that day, driving them to your sales page, you wouldn't have made that sale. So it's important to follow up and broadcast your email list about 3 to 5 times a week, not just sending them pitches, but sharing value, sharing content, driving them back to your blog posts, your videos, getting them to follow you on social media so that you can touch them on Snapchat or Instagram, YouTube. There's so many platforms out there. It depends on where your market's hanging out. But this is the big picture view of blogging and really how internet marketing works. Now, this could be Instagram too. If you wanted to apply this example to something else besides blog or search engine results, if someone was on Instagram, it's going to be the same. It's going to be the same thing. You're going to have content on your Instagram, and then at the end of your content, whether it's at the end of the description that's accompanying the post, you're going to drive people to a squeeze page, and you're going to say, hey, download my free cheat sheet, and then they're going to get it in their email inbox. And at the end of that free cheat sheet, you're going to say, hey, now if you want to take it to the next level, buy my product. and then it's a sales page, but then you're going to capture their email so that you can broadcast and send email autoresponders and keep pushing them back to this sales page multiple times. So you can replace this with YouTube as well, any marketing channel. But this is exactly how the blog funnel works, okay? So I hope that really makes sense. I hope that's kind of sunk in and you're like, oh, now I understand why, what the purpose of blogging is. It's to create content that answers questions that people are searching, and then it's to drive people to a squeeze page to capture their email. That way I can send them broadcasts in my email autoresponder series that drives them to my sales page. And that is the blog flow visualized. So I hope that makes a lot of sense. I hope you got a lot of value out of that. It made total sense to me once I saw this drawn out. If you have any questions, please leave the questions in the comments below. I try to reply to all the comments. And if you like this video, make sure that you like it and subscribe to my channel. That way you won't miss my future updates. Once again, this is Tim Alwell from tipsfromtim.com. Thank you so much for watching.